A very good morning to all the students. Welcome back to the class after your term 1 examination. I hope every one of you is fine and in your best health. So, starting with our chapter, which is chapter 3, Atoms and Molecules, today we will be doing writing chemical formula. Now, whenever we see any chemical formula that has a symbolic representation of the composition of its compound, that means whenever we say NaCl, so NaCl is the sodium chloride. Now, sodium chloride has a symbolic representation. So that symbolic representation means the symbol of sodium and the symbol of chlorine, which when combined together form sodium chloride, has a specific formula. So we will be learning today that how do we write those formulas. To write those formulas, first we should know the symbols of the elements, and then we should know the valency of the elements which are combining. That means there are different elements which combines to form a chemical formula. So we should know their symbols and their valencies. So first we'll start with, like number 1, we will be knowing about valency. So first we'll write valency. That what is this valency about? So valency is actually the combining property. It's the combining capacity of an element. So valency is the combining capacity of an element. Valency is the combining capacity of an element. So in any atom, the outermost shell, which is known as the valence shell, like if we'll take an example of any element of any atom like this, so this is a nucleus and these are the number of shells. Example, we will take sodium. So this is sodium, which has atomic number 11. So the configuration would be like this: 2 and 2, 8 and 1. Okay, so this is the outermost shell. So this is the first shell, which is called as K shell, L and M shell. So in this there are 2 electrons. Okay, in the second shell, which is L shells, there will be 8 electrons: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So in the outermost shell it's only 1 electron. So the outermost shell is also called as, either we can call it an outermost shell or we can call it a valence shell. So in the valence shell, the number of electron is only 1. So that means the valency of sodium is 1. Okay, so the valency is combining capacity because with this 1 electron, sodium will combine with the other atom. For example, we can take the other example of chlorine. So chlorine has atomic number 17. So its configuration would be 2, 8 and 7. Okay, so now if we'll draw the structure, it's nucleus, first shell, second shell and third shell. So first we'll be having 2 and second will be having 8 electrons. So in the third shell, which is outermost shell, it will be 7 electrons. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So now the valency of chlorine is not 7 but it's 1. How? Because it has to have 8 electrons in its outermost shell, but it's having only 7 electrons here. So it wants 1 more electron. So it wants 1 electron. So it will accept 1 electron. So basically it will accept 1 electron from sodium. So again, chlorine is combining with 1 electron. So when it is combining with 1 electron, not with the 7, so 1 is the valency, because valency is the combining capacity of an element. It's not the number of outermost the electrons in the outermost shell. No, it is the combining capacity. That means the combining capacity of chlorine is also 1. So the valency of chlorine is also 1. Okay, so valency is the combining capacity. That means with how many electrons an atom is able to combine or to react with the other atom. Okay, so for writing the chemical formula, first we should know the symbols, and the other one is valency. So second is symbols. We should know the symbols of our elements, what is the symbol of any combining element. Okay, so two things which we require to write the chemical formula are, number one is valency, which are combining the elements which are combining, and the symbols of the elements which are combining. So to write symbol of sodium chloride, there are few basic steps what we have to do. First we'll write symbol of the elements. Okay, so element name, then we'll write the either we can write symbol of the elements or just symbol. So element symbol, because we should do the symbols. After this, elements valency. So for example, we are taking two elements because we had to make sodium chloride. So two elements are required in this. One is sodium, so we'll write the symbol of sodium, and the other is chlorine. So for this you have to learn the symbols. That's why I was forcing you to learn the symbols in our previous lecture. So valency, so you should learn the valency of all the elements which have been given in your book, in your NCERT book. I have already mentioned those elements and those valencies and atomic numbers and atomic masses. Everything I have told you already. So now valency of sodium is 1. Okay, and the valency of chlorine is also 1. Okay, so this is how it happens. It will cross link. Okay, so now writing the formula, it will be exchanged, like it will be Na. Now this 1 of Cl will come with Na1, and this Cl will have this 1. So because 1 and 1, generally we don't mention 1, we mention when it is 2 or more than 2. But when it's 1, we don't mention, we will just remove it. So we will write here NaCl. So this is the symbol of sodium chloride, it is NaCl. Now if it had been 2 or 2, then also it has been cancelled, because when there are same valencies they will become cancelled. So we don't write those. I will give you few more examples in this. So first, okay, we have to keep few things in mind, which is there are some steps or some things which have to be in mind, that whenever we write symbol, we have to write the positive ion on the left side, because some students will be confused that what should be written in the left side and what should be written in the right side, because it's clear in the formula itself. So any positive ion is written on the left side. Okay, left hand side, and negative ion on the right hand side. Okay, so this has to be kept in mind. Okay, so the valency is the second point would be the valency or any charge which they have, the valency or charge. They do have charge because ions will have some charge or valency of each ion will be written just below. Of each ion should be written below its symbol. Okay, so we have to write the valency or charge just below the symbol. Like if we have any polyatomic ion, so in that case the ion which contains the atoms more than one element should be written in the bracket. For example, the third would be, for example, like we have this ammonia, so it has some charge, so that charge should be written outside the bracket like this. Okay, and there are many more, like carbonate also we have CO3, so the charge should be written outside this, not like this minus is not, it's positive charge. Okay, so these things has to be kept in mind, and if there is any ratio, it has to be in the simplest manner. Okay, so let's take the example. For example, we take the question will do is very simple. It's carbon dioxide. Okay. Okay, now we should know that there are two elements. So first we'll write the symbols of elements. Okay, so symbols of elements. So because keeping in mind the negative ion will be in the left hand side and the positive ion will be in the right hand side. Now since here both of them are non-metals, so it's very hard for you to recognize. Now what it happens is that in the CO2 it is not an ionic bonding, it's just covalent bonding. So in this case there will be simple like carbon and oxygen. Okay, so the carbon has the formula the valency symbol C, and oxygen has the symbol O, and the valency of carbon is 4 and the valency of oxygen is 2. Okay, so now we'll cross these things. It will become, the formula will become C. Now 2 will go here, 2, and 4 will go here, O and 4. But have you seen any CO2 like C2O4? No, because this can be simplified. It can be simplified to the more ratio. Like there was a point which I was telling you that whenever we take any ratio, it should have to be in a simple term. It can be cut half, like it can be 1 and 2. Okay, so it will be C1 and O2. We will be doing half of this ratio because it's 2:4, so it can be 1:2. It means same, so it will be CO2. Okay, this is a symbol. Now let's take one more example. We will take we'll take aluminium oxide. Okay, question: aluminium oxide. Now for this the symbol would be aluminium and the other is oxygen. Okay, this is the other question. Now this is a symbol of elements aluminium and oxygen. So valency of aluminium is 3, so it's +3 actually because it's a metal. So positive ions should be written in the left hand side and negative should be in right hand side. Oxygen has the valency -2. It will be cross. It will be Al. So 2 will come here, 2 and O3. It's Al2O3. It's a formula of aluminium oxide. There are many more which we can do. Like we can write many other elements. For example, we'll take simple HCl. Okay, hydrogen chloride. Okay, so it has symbol of element and valency. So elements are hydrogen H and Cl. Valency, hydrogen has 1, chlorine has 1. It will be like this. It will be, formula would be HCl. Simple. So now we'll take few examples from your NCERT books as well. Like here it's HCl which we have done. Now this is hydrogen sulfide. So this hydrogen sulfide is H2S. Okay, so question: hydrogen sulfide. Okay, so sulfide, because sulfur becomes sulfide when it reacts with hydrogen. Okay, so again the symbol and valency. Okay, so symbol of elements, two elements combined here, hydrogen and sulfur. So valency of hydrogen is 1 and valency of sulfur is 2. It will be crossed. So this 2 will come here and 1 will go here. It will be H2S. Okay. Now you have learned about these symbols of ions. Okay, so these are the symbols of iron. Now in these we can see here that magnesium is simple iron, so it has 2 plus, so you can learn the valency from here. Like magnesium has valency 2, calcium has valency 2, zinc has valency 2. So when you will learn the symbols of these ions, it will be very easy for you to write the formula. And then here are the polyatomic ions, which is also used to write the chemical formula. You should learn the valency of these as well. So now the valency of carbonate is CO3 2 minus, that is valency is 2 minus 2, and here the valency of hydrogen carbonate is 1 because HCO3, and here the valency will be written here because that is the combining capacity whenever the ionic bonds are formed. I hope you remember that all the things which I've told you, the number of electrons which transfer from one place to the another place when the ions are formed, you can see them here. Like when oxygen accept the electrons from any other atom, so the number of electrons oxygen accepts, it has that number, that 2 minus, it accepts 2 electrons. So because electrons are accepted, so electrons are the thing which are combining with the other element or the other atom. So valency is just the combining capacity. So from the how many electrons the atom is combining with the other electron, that is the valency. So we can also find out the valency from this. So ammonium has valency 1, hydroxide has valency 1, nitrate has valency 1, hydrogen carbonate has valency 1, carbonate has valency 2, sulfite Te has valency 2 minus, sulfate again has valency 2. The difference between sulfite and sulfate is SO3 is sulfite, SO4 is sulfate. Okay, and phosphate is having valency 3 minus. You have to learn these. Okay, so with the help of these we can solve all these questions. I will be giving you some more questions. We will be doing some more questions today itself. Like if we take the formula of a simple, like if we take the formula of aluminium sulfate. Okay, aluminium sulfate. Okay, so it's not sulfide because when it's sulfide, sulfur becomes sulfide when it reacts with hydrogen, but it's sulfate. So now for this symbol aluminium and sulfate. Now if I'll ask you what is sulfate, you should remember, because when you will learn that, you will know that what is sulfate. Sulfate is an polyatomic ion. So sulfate is here, okay, it's SO4. So symbol is SO4. Okay, you have to keep this in mind. Sulfate is SO4, and along with that you have to write its charge also. Okay, now the valency of aluminium. So you know the valency of aluminium is 3. Okay, and the valency of sulfate is very clear. You know it's 2. So you write 2 here. So it will be again cross. Okay, so it will be Al2 SO4 whole thrice. This is the formula of aluminium sulfate, Al2SO4 whole thrice. So like this we have many more examples which we can practice. We will be doing it, but I will be giving you some questions for homework, and in our next lecture we will be doing again the same formulas. Okay, how to write the chemical formula. That's very easy. I hope every one of you will understand it and you will not find any problem while you do the practice of these. The main thing you have to remember is just the symbols of the element, the valencies of the elements, or they can also be the polyatomic ion. So you have to learn the polyatomic ion. So we will practice some more questions in today itself. But I want you to practice by yourself too, because if you'll not practice at home, you will forget all these things. It's very simple, but until you practice, you won't know that. You will be always confused. So once you practice, you will find the problems where you lack, then you can again solve those. Okay. So moving with few more examples. Like we will take here ammonium carbonate. Okay, so symbol will be and valency. So symbol will be ammonium. So ammonium is NH4 and carbonate is CO3. How? You have to learn in your book. You can see here carbonate is CO3 and it's hydrogen carbonate, it's HCO3. So when hydrogen comes, this can also be called as bicarbonate, because we can also call bi for hydrogen. So hydrogen carbonate, it's HCO3, and when it's carbonate, it's only CO3. Okay, so hydrogen carbonate HCO3 you have to keep in mind, or we say bicarbonate, it's HCO3. Okay, so carbonate is CO3 and valency of ammonium is 1 and valency it's actually +1, so +1 has to be written in the this left hand side, and this valency of CO3 is -2. So we will again cross-link them. So the formula becomes is NH4 whole twice and CO3. Okay. So when it's polyatomic ion, we cannot write only 2 here, it will become 42. If we'll write like this NH4 and 2, it will become 42. It's wrong. So we have to make whole twice 2 and CO3. Okay, like we take example of sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate is very common, which is called as baking powder. Sodium bicarbonate, it's CaR. Or you can write it has one more name. It's a common name. It's sodium hydrogen carbonate. So this hydrogen can also be called as bi. Whenever we write bi word, that means hydrogen. Okay, so because the name suggests it's having hydrogen and it is having sodium, so it will be what? The symbol would be sodium, like Na, and hydrogen means H, and CO3. So the formula, is this formula right or wrong? We'll check it while we solve this. Symbol Na and carbonate is CO3. Okay, so here the valency of carbonate is 2, we know that, and valency of sodium is 1. So when we'll cross it, it will be Na2CO3. Okay, so Na2CO3, it's a formula of sodium carbonate, and sodium bicarbonate is NaHCO3. So this is how we write the formulas. I hope it's clear. So I will be giving you some questions for you as in homework. You will do those questions, and if you have any problem, you can ask me, and they will be solving it once again, and it's super easy. You can do it by your own. Just you have to learn the symbols and the valencies of the elements. Okay, so till then, take care and have a nice day. Stay safe and study hard. Thank you.